Thank you so much for doing this interview with me, especially after seeing your film, which I was like, wow, I got a ton of questions to ask you. And I know we only have a limited amount of time. So we're going to try to squeeze as much as possible. But before we do that, I have to ask you, though, how does it feel having your film at the Toronto International Film Festival, especially the way this year and a half has been around the world? It's been tough for filmmakers to be able to make films and even getting them out there for folks to see. And in fact, that you having your film in one of the biggest festivals in the world, it's got to be a great accomplishment for you.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, now I got really excited. Yeah, it's stupidly exciting. Moreover, I think in the discovery category, like we're the only. No, there is a co-production between Ecuador and France, but we're like the only like purely Latin American movie. So in that, and I know that many people have been having digital premieres. So the fact to be doing physically to have the privilege to have a salon filled with people, that's insane. And also it's at TIFF, that's awesome. I think I still don't believe it's really that, but I know it's awesome.
Congratulations on that. Look, before we even get into everything, let's get right into the premises. What is the film called and what is it about, please?
The film is called To Kill the Beast, and it's about a teenage girl that while she's seeking for her brother, she ends up having all this self-realization of who she is. Somehow a sexual awakening helps her learn how to habit the world and how to let go of fear.
It really is a film about self-discovery, but also the other actors and actresses in this. I felt like following her, and I want to talk about her in a second.
Yeah.
She's really maneuvering around and trying to figure out not just who she is, but who these other people are. Who can she trust in her journey in trying to find her brother?
Yeah. Yeah, truly. There was this very clear idea of making her a real introvert and somehow a person that does not believe she's a part of the world. As if everything that's happening around her, it could be a threat. It could be hostile. Like if everything was hostile and there was no way she could handle it. So until the end, she has this attitude. Yeah.
Who is she? Because there are actors and actresses out there who tell stories with their facial expressions, with their bodies, and the way they speak. She doesn't have to say a word or move. Everything is in her eyes. Who is she? And she is amazing in how she portrays the character. Again, doesn't have to say a word. Everything is spoken through her eyes.
That's something that you believe that. Yes, she was originally actually a classical dancer. Um, she was a classical dancer since she was a kid. She started to be very mad at the classical dance institution, like the ballet institution, because of her type of body. Like they would not like really choose her for the performances or things like that. She was like, fuck these people. And she started doing acting. And she was very young when I met her, and I was obsessed with her. When I first saw her, I saw her eyes and her huge eyes that consume all of her face, and I was for me it was like a magnet, and that's how I realized that if I was magnetized by her, that would be a great decision because maybe I would show her that way. And so yeah, we tried. She's actually very extroverted, the actress. So we really tried to tame her down and trust that loop factor.
She did a great job, and you folks did a great job too. Where is this story actually based from? Where did the story come from?
The story comes from many things. I still don't understand what is the limit between reality and imagination because most of my life is imagined and most of my reality is someone else's imagination or whatever. But at the same time, there is a lot of that sexual awakening thing that I really felt that it might be related to my life in the sense of uh, getting into peace with the gayness in oneself, getting to peace with whatever you desire, learning how to habit the world by embracing whoever you are and letting whoever you are be a strength factor and something you're proud of and something you feel like you're a more complete human being just because you embrace all of those things about yourself and I guess that was the north for the movie. Yeah.
Now, this was filmed in Brazil, correct?
In the exact frontier between Argentina and Brazil, in the
Okay.
border.
The reason why I asked that is because my parents are Guyanese, Guyana.
Yeah.
So I've been to Guyana and I know what, if you want to call it, the jungle is like. What was it like filming in the jungle in those rural areas? Because, especially at night, because I could not imagine how tough it probably is, not just for the lighting, but insects, anything, factors can happen. What was that like?
Yeah. Well, we were very lucky because we had no major incidents. Um, but we were prepared. We were prepared. We had people helping us in that everyone would be healthy and there would be no major dangers. One time, like a huge sharara snake appeared, which is a snake that if it bites you, you are dead in 8 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it appeared, and then the guy that was helping us, like he just almost lives in the jungle. He was like, "Ah, oh, guys, don't worry." He just like threw his flying knife and like killed the sharara. We were like, "Cool, cool." So then we started all wearing boots. We were like, oh, okay, we could be dead in a minute. But apart from that, everything we were very lucky that we had no major incidents because
Incredible.
anything can just happen in a jungle.
I don't want to give too much away because I want folks to watch this movie the way I did, but how does the beast represent this film in your eyes?
Yeah, I truly believe that the beast could be many things.
Yeah.
And I really like all of those interpretations. And I also think that it's very exciting because I have been speaking with people that have different interpretations of what that beast is, and all of their interpretations make sense. And I'm like, yes, it's this, and yes, it's this. And so, in that sense, I really believe that it's in the eye of the beholder. But I really love the beast. I mean, the beast being sort of her own guilt and darkness towards her own sexuality because it's something that is constantly watching her. Am I the beast? Is this feeding the beast? Then when she finally comes to terms with herself, she's able to end this fear towards the beast. But also there are many interpretations about how the town speaks that it's like the spirit of an evil man. So maybe what if this beast is just like society's like patriarchal like sentence, just like watching her and being like, hey, beware or whatever. So in that sense, I think that there are many points of view of what the beast could be, but we all agree that what it represents.
And one thing I do want to add for me, it's the fear of the unknown. And I think we all have that beast somewhere out in the
Yeah.
jungle around us. What do you hope that filmmakers and fans are going to get from seeing this film?
Um, what I hope the most is that they get to enjoy the journey in a way because we did do a lot of work in the ambience and in the sound for it to generate some kind of like trans fluid river kind of thing. But at the same time, I know it's a very particular movie. I know that there are people who are gonna like it, people are not gonna like it. I just embrace both and hope that whoever sees it somehow it helps embrace that final concept of the movie about how coming to terms with your own sexuality and your own self can be the best way to be your stronger self and your stronger version.
And I don't want to again give away, but folks, watch it to the end, because if something doesn't make sense when you get to the end and those last words, to me, it all comes together. I gotta say thank you so much for this interview. Thank you so much. What a great film that I got a chance to see. Congratulations, of course, being part of the 46th Annual Toronto International Film Festival. And I'm looking forward to talking to you again in the future for other great movies that you're going to be putting together. Thank you again for the interview.
Thank you so much, Rudy. It was a pleasure.
Take care and be safe.